Welcome back, viewers. Focus is on tracking the big story. The top story in this edition is, in fact, the GST reforms. India is eyeing a historic GST cut with the major reform expected around Diwali. With this in mind, the GST Council has kicked off a two-day meeting in the national capital. The council, that is chaired by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and comprising of ministers from all the states, will discuss the centre's next-gen GST reform proposal of having just two rates of 5 and 18% by moving the products from the current 12 to 28% slab to lower the rates. Meanwhile, a special 40% rate has been proposed to be levied on the certain sin codes such as alcohol and tobacco. The meeting will also discuss the compliance simplification and the measures including the pre-filled returns and the automated GST refunds. All right, joining me live on the broadcast is in fact BJP MP Praveen Khandelwal, who has already had immense experience into leading the traders body as well earlier. Praveen ji, बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए. Thank you very much for joining us for a live conversation on NewsX. GST Council की जो meeting हो रही है इस समय, what is that you are expecting out of it? And there are states that are alleging, the opposition rule states that are alleging that there are some decisions and decisions not in the interest of those opposition ruled states. What is your takeaway and what is the expectation for the people as well?
Well, as we all know, the Prime Minister has categorized these GST reforms as next generation GST reforms. So these are not only simple reforms. It will certainly have an element which will lead the taxation system to be seemingly adopted by the next generation. So therefore, we expect that at least there would be a tax cut on large number of commodities, particularly those which are having a nature of daily usage, food, packed food, and the raw material required for production in industry. On the other hand, we also expect the load of compliance of different kinds which currently the trader is undergoing will be limited to certain extent, and under the ease of doing vision of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. So therefore, the entire business community of the country is very eagerly looking at the deliberations of the meeting which has commenced today and will continue till tomorrow.
Absolutely. As the meeting is underway, GST Council proposes to bring the automatic return filing. It also proposes to reduce the compliance issues under the discussion as well. Now, these are some of the deliberations that are taking place. Khandelwal ji, but at the same time, you know, the opposition ruled state, they are urging for, in the GST reforms, they are urging for the revenue protection. Many of these opposition states have urged for the revenue protection, while Andhra Pradesh has cited their full support to the centre's next generation reform. How do you react to that?
Well, whenever there are reforms in any sector, might be possible that in the initial stage there could be some loss of revenue. But if we see the whole taxation system in totality, I am pretty sure that certainly the states are not going to lose any revenue. There is a dictum called lesser the tax, higher the revenue. So that the GST tax rate which will be cut down will amplify the business, will amplify the sales, and thereby there will not be any cause of revenue loss, which is a apprehension of some of states.
Absolutely. Mr. Khandelwal, as we see that the hospitality sector also pins for hopes on the meeting. there are many sectors that are also expecting that there will be profitization, as the Federation of the Hotel and Restaurant Associations of India, the apex body representing the sector, has also urged the government to act on a 5-point reform agenda that it believes is very critical. So what is that expectation on these sectors that are very excitedly also waiting for that bonanza to come in during the festive season?
Certainly, because the government of India has a greater push on expanding tourism. So therefore, it is expected that hospitality sector will also get a major part of the reforms as a bonanza for conducting their business activities in a smooth manner and with the lower rate of tax, or since there are several kind of taxes levied on different verticals of the hospitality sector, there is a possibility that the entire hospitality sector must get one rate.
Definitely. And you know, as we speak of other sectors, the term life insurance sector is also something that is going to be changed. It could rise by as much as 15 to 40% in the coming years. Through these reforms and the proposals, what is also going to be is acting as a catalyst into feeding more investment for the industry projections as they also look at. How do you think this is going to be at large, bringing relief to the people, especially to the pockets of the common man, the Aam Aadmi that we expect, in fact, also is waiting to get these benefits as inflation hits high? This is the common person who expects and gets the most out of any of these reforms, or even in the cuts that are proposed, gets directly into their pockets.
See, I am of the considered opinion that financial services will certainly be a part of the reforms proposed, whether it is a mutual fund or it is savings, or otherwise it is insurance or any other financial service. Certainly there would be deliberations in the GST Council, and we can hope for a lesser tax rate on the financial services.
All right, that is in fact very great insight that BJP MP Praveen Khandelwal in fact joins us and shares with us. GST Council meet, it's a big platform for the deliberations to continue. And thank you very much, Mr. Praveen, for joining us live and also speaking to us at this point of time.